Hello, welcome again. We are studying Geography of Class 9 of NCERT Book of Contemporary India for Civil Services Pre and CDS exam. The next topic is the Northern Plain. The first point in the Northern Plain is the Northern Plain has been formed by the interplay of three major river systems, namely the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra, along with their tributaries. So this is your Indus river system, and this is the Ganga river system, and here there is Brahmaputra river system. So this makes a whole as northern plain. So this is called northern plain between Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra. Next point is this plain is formed of alluvial soil. The deposition of alluvium in the vast basin laying at the foothills of Himalayas over the millions of years formed this fertile plain. Okay. So as this plain is made of alluvial soil, and this is the alluvial soil is coming from the Himalayas, from the river in millions of years, and this makes this plain as fertile plain. Next point is with a rich soil cover combined with adequate water supplies and favorable climate, it is agriculturally a very productive part of India. So northern part of India is productive part of India. Next point is it spreads over an area of 7 lakh square kilometers, the plain being about 2400 kilometer long and 240 to 320 kilometer broad, and is densely populated physiographic division. Okay. Next point is the river coming from northern mountains are involved in depositional work. In the lower course, due to gentle slope, the velocity of river decreases, which results in the formation of riverine island. So, as the river come from mountain, the slope initially is very high, but in the lower course, the slope is gentle, and this results in riverine island. Okay. So, another map of this northern plain is, so this is northern plain in Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam, and Meghalaya. And one more map is there. Rajasthan plain, Southern Yamuna plain, Upper Ganga plain, Middle Ganga plain, Lower Ganga plain, and Brahmaputra plain. This makes northern plain. Next part is the northern plain is broadly divided into three sections. The western part of northern plain is referred to as Punjab plain, formed by the Indus and its tributaries. The larger part of this plain lies in Pakistan. The Indus and its tributaries, the Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Bias, and the Satluj, originate in Himalayas. This section of plain is dominated by doabs. Next point is doab is made up of two words, do or do, meaning two, and ab meaning water. Similarly, Punjab is made up of two words, panj meaning five, and ab means water. So Punjab carries five rivers. These rivers are Ravi, Bias, Chenab, Satluj, and Jhelum, and the land between them is called Punjab. Okay. So these are the five rivers. These are in Pakistan, and the land between two rivers is called Doab, and land between five rivers is called Punjab. So this is Punjab in Pakistan as well as in India. Next plain is the Ganga plain extends between Ghaggar and Tista rivers. It is spread over the states of North India, Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, partly Jharkhand, and West Bengal. To its east, particularly in Assam, lies the Brahmaputra plain. So here, the Gaggar river is in Haryana. Okay, so it starts from Haryana and goes up to West Bengal. Testa river is here. Okay, and in east, in Assam, it is called Brahmaputra plain. So from the map, we can see that this is your we can say Punjab plain, okay, and this is upper or the Satluj Yamuna plain. Now because we are talking about India, so it will be called Satluj Yamuna plain, Rajasthan plain, and this is upper Ganga plain, and this is middle Ganga plain, this is lower Ganga plain, and this is your Brahmaputra plain. Next point is the northern plains are generally described as flat land with no variation in its relief, but it is not true. Actually, these vast plains also have diverse relief, but lesser in quantity. According to variation in relief features, the northern plain can be divided into four regions. The river, after descending from Himalaya mountains, deposit pebbles in the narrow belt of about 8 to 16 kilometers in width, laying parallel to the slope of Shivalik. It is known as Babar. So this is your Babar, and this is Himalaya, and this is the Babar region, known as Babar. All the streets disappear in this Babar belt because of pebbles. South of this belt, the streams and rivers re-emerge. Initially, the stream will split, and then uh, after some distance, they will re-emerge and create a wet, swampy, marshy region known as Tarai region. So this is your Tarai region. This was a thickly forested region full of wildlife. The forests have cleared to create agriculture land and to settle migrant from Pakistan after partition. So this is the Tarai region, and it is productive region, and this is Babar region. Next point is the largest part of northern plain is formed of older alluvium. They lie above floodplains of rivers and present a terrace-like feature. This part is known as Bangar. This part is known as Bangar. The soil in this region contains calcareous deposit locally known as Kankar. So here Kankar are there. The newer younger deposits of floodplains are called Khedar. So this is the Khedar region. They are renewed almost every year, so are fertile, thus ideal for intensive agriculture. So this is for, ideal for agriculture. This is Banga region, this is Tarai region, this is Bhabar region, and this is Himalaya.